Well, the first thing we see this month with consumer confidence across the state of New York is that it's virtually unchanged. New Yorkers have fallen for the past several months in almost a stagnant pattern when it comes to their sentiment towards being willing to go out and spend money in the economy. The bigger current story, though, is that the nation is up. New York is starting to fall behind the national figures on consumer confidence, where the nation, most especially the current outlook across the nation, is starting to pull away. Why? It appears that across the country, consumers now feel like it's a good time to buy. Those sale prices, those too good to pass up offers, whether it be in electronics, automobiles, or even in housing, are starting to pull consumers out of the closet across the country, but not here as yet in New York. The good news when we start to look at consumer confidence right now is, hey, let's take a look at today versus a year ago. It is, after all, the new year. Well, New Yorkers right now are not really ready to say Happy New Year, but they are saying it's a happier New Year than it was last year. Confidence, whether in terms of current, how am I doing today, or future, what do I think the economy or my personal outlook is going to be a year from today, is up and up considerably from it was last year. Remember, before you start applauding, that last year we were on the brink. Last year we would have described, and we did describe consumers as panicked, as worrying about falling off a cliff. Right now, no longer are we panicked, but still, consumers remain worried, but with a vast improvement from where we were a year ago. Specifically, what consumers are saying to us is that a greater number feel that they personally are going to have a good financial year. Those numbers are up almost 7 points. And the number of people who feel as though the economy here in New York is going to have a bad year, that number has lessened appreciably. So the gloom and doomers are no longer enjoying the large lead that they used to have over the optimists when it comes to the economy here in New York State. When it comes to what New Yorkers say they're going to buy, and we are finding that there is some pent-up desire to buy. It hasn't yet started to become fully expressed, but more and more, a greater percentage of New Yorkers are saying, over the next 6 months, I intend to make major purchases. The number one item on the list is computers and high technology. Certainly helped out by more products coming into the market, prices coming down, aggressive advertising, but we're at a 2-year high in terms of the percentage of New Yorkers who say that over the next 6 months, they intend to buy a computer or high-tech item. Other big purchases, cars, furniture, homes, home improvements, all up appreciably from where they stood a year ago today. Still a little soft, but far better news for retailers. Jobs remain a concern for virtually everyone across the state of New York. And everyday expenses, including gas and food prices, remain front and center on everybody's list. Just under half, 49% of New Yorkers continue to say that gasoline is causing them at least a somewhat serious financial problem, and a greater number, 63%, almost 2 out of every 3 New Yorkers, continue to say that the cost of food, groceries, is causing them a financial burden. So we need to get those numbers down, and what's going to drive those numbers down is more jobs, better pay, job security, so that New Yorkers feel that those basics are taken care of before we see the rest of the economy really start to pick up.